Hi and welcome back to the channel, and in this video, wait a minute, and here we go. Click publish, and that's it. And yes, that was really me just clicking publish on my last ever article on hutchandcage.com. So what's it all about? I bet you're thinking I've sold the site, don't you? Well, let's find out. Let's get into this. So have I sold hutchandcage.com? And the simple answer to that is no, I haven't done. So why have I just pressed publish on the last ever piece of content that I'm going to produce for that website? Well, for the simple fact that I am planning to sell the site in the next few months. And what I need to do is really focus on the performance of the existing content that's on the site. After evaluating the site ready for preparation for selling, I realised that the traffic and the amount of visitors we get for the number of articles that's on there isn't very good at all. Now, that in a way is a good thing for a buyer, because a buyer will look at the website and think, wow, there is tons of potential on this website. And there certainly is. To give you an idea, we have around 400 pieces of content on the website, and at its peak around 7 or 8 months ago, it was getting about 130,000 page views. Now, a few things have happened, and that's caused that traffic to drop to around 70 to 80,000 page views at the minute. Now, 70,000 page views for 400 articles is definitely not enough, and something is not quite right there. Now, there's probably multiple reasons why that traffic has dropped, but I think there's two main reasons. Number one is when I first got into this niche and I didn't reveal the actual website itself, the market wasn't as saturated as it is now. Since going public with this website, hundreds of pet websites have suddenly popped up. I have a bookmark on my computer of 25 pet websites that are pretty much identical to mine. Now, I'm not saying anybody's copied it word for word or anything like that, but there's just a ton more competition than there used to be. And we're only talking a 2-year span. So within 2 years, the competition has just doubled, tripled, maybe even 5x'd. It's just insane how many pet websites have popped up. So that is going to have an overall effect on some of my content. I'm not ranking with authority over every pet website that's out there. There's only websites like the Spruce Pets that are doing that. So it's pretty fair competition for all the keywords and articles that I've actually written. It only takes 3 or 4 pet websites to come along and target the same article. And let's be fair, I have showed a lot of articles, and it's quite easy to crawl my website and see what I've got on there. So it is very easy for somebody to put the similar sort of content out there that I've got, and that is obviously going to have an effect, and I think it has pulled down a number of articles. And the next thing I think that's really affected it is that I've neglected my older articles. So there's about 400 articles on there, and I'd say around 200 are definitely underperforming. And when I look at those 200, it tends to be the older ones that are underperforming. Now, maybe the content that I've written 2 years ago was good at the time, but maybe now the competition is better. Maybe the information I've written isn't accurate. Maybe there's broken links. Maybe there's no internal linking on there. Because don't forget, when the site was only 6 months old and that content was written, there wasn't any articles to link to. So maybe the internal, external linking can be improved. Maybe the products on there are out of stock or are no longer available, so that could be bouncing back with a 404 error. There could be multiple reasons why those posts are actually underperforming. So what am I actually going to do then in preparation for selling this website? So we're going to review the 200 articles that's on there. I'm not going to put any more new content on there whatsoever. Within the articles, we're going to look at FAQ, particularly FAQ schema. Now, I have a video in editing at the minute, which I think will be really interesting for you, how we're going to use the FAQ schema, which is basically a piece of code that wraps around an FAQ, which clearly shows Google that it's answering a question related to this topic. And we can find a lot more positions within the SERPs if we use that tool. So we're going to experiment with that. We're going to add these FAQs onto every single post. Well, at least the 200 underperforming ones. And then we're going to see if we either need to reduce the length of the article or increase it, depending on the competition and depending if there's any information that needs deleting or if there's any relevant information we've missed on there. We're also going to heavily focus on Pinterest because We had some real success when we focused on Pinterest. I've now got a lady called Alison Lancaster. I will leave a link to her website below. I'm not an affiliate for it, but just mention my name. It's nice that she knows that you're coming from me. And she's focusing on running my Pinterest account, and she's also helping us make some pins. You can see on the screen now we've made some fantastic looking pins, and I'm sure once we get these uploaded onto Pinterest, we're going to see some traffic increase from there. I'm also going to do a YouTube channel. I'm going to make a few videos. Now, we do have a pet rabbit, Mr. Nibbles, and we're going to get Mr. Nibbles involved, and we're going to create a few rabbit videos, and then hopefully pull a bit of traffic from YouTube over to the website as well. That could be good for SEO, and it could just get some traffic straight away anyway. So they're mainly the three things we're going to do, but yeah, it's all in preparation for selling the website. I hope to sell the website in the next 3 months. And to do that, I'm really going to need to see an upward trend in the traffic and the revenue so that we can offer a growing website to a new buyer. Now, if anybody's interested out there, let me tell you, the website is absolutely solid. It's earned around $2,000 every month for a long time, as long as I can remember. So the website is really performing well financially. I've got the money back that I've invested in the site. So every money that I put into the website, I've had back in revenue. So anything from now on is pure profit. So at the minute, we're on about $2,000 pure profit every month. And then when I sell the site, which I hope to sell it for around $70,000 or $80,000, that will be pure profit as well, after the taxman's taken his chunk, obviously. But from now on, it's all pure profit. So we're not going to spend too much on the website now, no new content anymore, just a small cost for one of my writers to update some of the content, and a small cost for the Pinterest account to be managed and updated. The videos won't cost us anything to do because I'll be doing those. So there'll be very little expenditure going on the website now. It'll just all be profit and return from investment. So I do still think the website has huge potential, and I'm sure the new owner would put probably hundreds and hundreds more articles on there, and quite rightly so. But I just want to get the most out of what I've already invested in that website, in content. I want to get the most out of that content first. And I think I can get at least a 20, 30, maybe even 40% increase in traffic from just updating these 200 old pieces of content. I mean, some of them are getting as little as 10 visitors per month for a 1,500 or 2,000 word piece of content. I mean, that's just ridiculous. So I'm sure we can get that to 100, maybe 200. And, I don't know what the multiple is on that, but that's a huge increase in traffic from one article. So if we can get that across the whole 200 articles, who knows? We could see some staggering numbers. So that's it. I just wanted to keep you updated on what's happening. There will be no new content going on Hutch and Cage. So the thumbnail wasn't clickbait. It was click-worthy, but it wasn't clickbait, because that is definitely the last piece of content I'm putting on this website. So if you want to stay updated with this, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, like the video, and comment below. Do you think I'm doing the right thing? Should I keep on adding content, or should I do what I'm focusing on now, which is updating the old content and getting the best return on my investment? Let me know. I'd love to hear your comments. But for now, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video, which will be the FAQ schema video.